So we just got a brand new trailer for Dragons Dogma 2 that gave us some pretty insane details and new footage that includes new gameplay, capital cities, rifts, and the final Vocation reveal. We got a lot to cover in this one, so let's dive on in. What's up everybody, it's your boy Saga bringing you awesome fast information regarding all things PlayStation gaming. If you enjoy content that respects your time, hit the like button to get this video out to other gaming fans, but if you didn't, drop a dislike so I know exactly where to improve. So yeah, we just got a new trailer going over some pretty impressive footage for Dragons Dogma 2. First off, we got a first look at one of the capital cities called Wernworth. This city is a massive fortress-like city with towering walls and bridges and one of the prosperity cities, and is known as the Fortress City. Now previously in Dragons Dogma 1, the major capital city was Grand Soren, but obviously Dragons Dogma 2 takes place in a parallel universe. And this is functionally what I perceive to be the major capital city, or at least one of them. This is probably going to be the city that you go to first, as this is going to be probably right after the character customization in the intro to the game. We also got a look at Betall and how big of an area it is. Keep in mind Dragons Dogma 2 is supposed to be over 4 times bigger than the previous game, and looking at Betall's landscape we can see some pretty far-reaching lands. Now within the area we see that there's gondolas. It's going to be a big portion of the area's traversal system and can be attacked just like everything else, meaning you gotta be on your toes as you're exploring the area. Honestly, it's a pretty awesome looking zone and entirely different aesthetic to the previous landscapes that we've seen in previous trailers. Moving on, we also got a look at the rift system, and for those of you who are not familiar with the pawn system, essentially in the previous game you can go online and be able to use player made pawns. You of course had to pay for them to hire them and basically have them come to your party, but with Dragons Dogma 2 it's going to be a little bit more in depth as the character customization has been improved, and generally pawns are going to be a little bit varied in their skill set and abilities compared to the previous title, and depending on the world that they come from, and should you encounter an enemy they previously faced in another player's game, they could actually give you insight and information on how to face off against them. It's a pretty dynamic system that you definitely want to, take advantage of, especially if you're going to be doing the online play like I will. Finally, and arguably what you guys all came here for to see, and that is the new reveal on the 10th and final vocation, the Warfare. Now, if you're not familiar with the vocation, it basically have the ability to swap between any of the vocations, giving them what seems to be the most versatility in all the vocations in the game. And as you can see with the footage on screen, you're capable of using magic, melee, and agility based skills, which is pretty damn appealing if you ask me for character customization. Now keep in mind you can only use up to 3 separate vocations at any given time, so while you can choose from any vocation in the entire list, you're going to have to select what you want to use a little bit more carefully, I guess. But yeah, it looked pretty damn sick regardless, and again it's probably going to be one of the more versatile vocations that I think a lot of players are going to be selecting. Now that is the breakdown of some of the amazing reveals in the Dragons Dogma 2 recent trailer. We did see a few enemies and some other information that I'm going to cover in a future video because that's probably a little bit more suited for that, but once again the game is looking like a must buy that I'm definitely picking up. With that in mind, the video on screen now goes over some pretty awesome details you may not have known about Dragons Dogma 2. Check that out.